You've tuned in to Unpause Your Life with Dr. Callie Estes and Dr. Tara Lynn Sell. Your access to success strategies and more to help you move onward and upward with your life. Listen in each week as they interview others who have really taken their essence to the next level and truly unpaused their life. Now here are your hosts, Dr. Callie Estes and Dr. Tara Lynn Sell.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. This is Dr. Callie Estes, and I am founder of the Addictions Academy, the Addictions Coach, and Rehab Rescue. Welcome to Unpause Your Life. This is a great podcast where we showcase people who have done something extraordinary with their life. I welcome you, and I hope you enjoy all of our guests.
On my way, found a reason to wake up another day. But they needed to show.
You are listening to Unpause Your Life with Dr. Callie Estes and my trusty sidekick,
Dr. Terras Question.
And we are on today with Dr. Ivan Rusilko, another doctor, that's correct. His specialty is medical weight loss, wellness, physical enhancement, and sexual health. And he specializes in creating healthy lifestyles that support longevity and improved overall quality of life through medically supervised and customized diagnostic and treatment programs with an emphasis placed on personal patient attention and follow-up. He's also known as the rock and roll sex doctor. Welcome, Dr. Ivan.
Hello.
So let's start off. Tell us a little bit about you and what you do and how you got into doing this type of medicine.
So yeah, it was kind of funny. I was actually, I came out, I was accepted to physical medicine and rehabilitation at and during that time I was doing my residency. I had won Mr. USA, which is kind of a competition for the like a fitness model competition, which put me in Fashion Weeks and Formula Ones and all that. To where I saw that there was a certain demographic of people, such as celebrities, CEOs, very affluent individuals, who all wanted this kind of medicine to where they would feel better, look better, recover from parties, have better, just age better. But there wasn't a real niche that would actually feel it. So I kind of stepped out of the PM&R. I went into my own little lifestyle medicine, as I call it, type field, and then from there it just kind of propagated. I came to Miami Beach not knowing anyone really, and within 3 months I had set up a practice, and it's kind of gone better than I had ever dreamed since then. So it's kind of fun because when you help people not only uncover what is wrong with them through diagnostic testing. I test everything from neurotransmitters to hormones to nutrition to just basic lifestyle things actually as well. And then when you can formulate into a program to where the results they get are near immediate and they're feeling better, and it becomes kind of a healthy addiction to, for them investing in themselves, which, is always their most important asset. So, from there, it's been kind of a unique road. We've gone down, I specialize a little bit more in the sexual health field just because sexual health is kind of the basis, I like to say, of everybody's health. So I kind of got extra certifications in that, and then I kind of specialized a little more deep in that with subspecialty in female. And then from there, it's just been kind of great living in Miami Beach. It's kind of the perfect place to do that.
Yeah, I think you've got the corner market down here on that, because it's more, Miami's more about strippers, hookers, escorts, and cocaine and party lifestyle, and less about neurotransmitters and fixing your brain. So you're kind of the go-to down here.
Yeah, it's definitely different. You're pretty much naked half the year. So everybody does want to look good with their shirts off. They want to, everybody wears Lululemon. So of course, they all have to be in shape. But, it's kind of unique to see once they get past that physical barrier, there are a lot of people who are now yearning more towards once you get your body to a certain plateau, a lot of people are now coming in wanting to get the better energy, the more focus, the detox of all the drugs they've done over the last 30 years. So it's kind of on an upswing down here right now, and with all the new stuff coming out, such as the ketamine drips, the NAD, there's all kinds of different things going on, even the microdosing. It's becoming much more, I guess, hip, if you will, to get your brain right and actually think and more clear.
Dr. Ivan, what's your mainstay of clientele base? So they come to you looking for what, and then what happens when they come to you? Do they start off coming for, I want a party, I want a better lifestyle? Are they coming to make the changes at this point?
Yeah, well, with me, most patients usually come in wanting the better physique. Just because with myself, I always say your physician should be your hero. So patients, I have to keep myself in shape year round. I have to kind of portray the part. So that's why a lot of physicians come to me, because that's kind of what I try to promote. Healthy living, looking good, feeling good, all that, nutrition, exercise. But once they get in the door, they figure out all the possibilities that are in this type of industry now. It's kind of funny because you see them like almost a light bulb click, to where they're like, oh, I can have better sex, I can have better energy, I can think better, I can sleep better. It's just funny to see once they see what the potential is, they kind of want everything. But what actually gets them in the door is the actual physical fitness aspect.
And you got into this because you were seeing it in the circles of fitness, correct?
That's how I kind of started out and kind of made a name for myself with it. But with that, it was unique to see that everybody does want to look good with their shirt off or look good naked. But on the deeper aspect of it, the whole sexual health, persona of what a person is and can be is kind of what they want to get at, but they're very embarrassed to talk to their physicians about it. And with me, I swear like a sailor, I'm very straightforward and everything. Within the first couple of minutes, I'm going to say fuck or pussy. So, it's kind of a very quick introduction to say hello. Which kind of takes that whole white coat syndrome out of it. It's like you're speaking to your friend. So a lot of people who you would be surprised, I'm talking like very high-end, fancy, housewives who you would never think would have read something like 50 Shades of Grey or talking about all kinds of different things they want to have and have their husbands do. It's like once you take the handcuffs off of these people, it's fun to see how they kind of flourish and just become, they want everything and they have the means to do it. So it's kind of a very unique industry to be in compared to, regular traditional medicine.
Did you ever think that you would be in regular traditional medicine?
Well, I actually come from a family of physicians, so I was kind of encouraged to go into the industry. I wanted to play hockey. I was having fun doing that. So when I went into it, I was, I had my eyes wide open and how could I make this work for me, not work for it. And, this is kind of, made sense. I'd done the bodybuilding, the modeling, the hockey, so the physique. I had those ideologies down. And then once I got into that whole Mr. USA thing where I got to see the entire world and meet all these people, it kind of just clicked. Like in the back of my mind, I went to medical school to become basically a businessman, I guess you could say. And it was just funny to see how once, I was accepted to PMR, that's neurogenic bladders, that's dealing with people who are, have palsy or something like that. And, granted, it's an amazing field. Just for me, it didn't click too well because I wanted to be more like, youthful, vibrant, having fun. And once I saw how I could take, the legalities of it, make sure everything was legal, make sure it worked, make sure it was safe first and foremost, it kind of turned to, something where medicine's fun. It's not like going to the physician. They're like, oh, I have to go to the doctor today. Most of my patients look forward to coming in because like, oh, well, what else can I do? In a way. And they usually leave my office with a smile because they've either just done an IV, got some kind of unique new medication to make them feel better, or just had a chance to kind of vent and, talk about things that they can't with anybody else. So it was kind of a hodgepodge of me wanting to have fun and somehow make medicine, kind of ball up into it.
Well, there's something really cool about watching your patients come in and having vibrancy and health and excitement again, too. Then you're doing something good.
Oh, yeah. It's neat because, again, my brother's a urologic reconstructive surgeon. He's a million times smarter than me, has more degrees and all that. But we always kind of joke back and forth. People will piss and moan about a $10 copay to fix something serious with them. And then when they come into my office, they're like, can you take this wrinkle away or give me a better erection? They're just throwing money like it's nothing. Because it's more of a lifestyle aspect. And that's where I think medicine has kind of gone awry. Through medical school, I was taught a half a day on nutrition and a half a day on fitness and then 30 days on cholesterol medications, 30 days on diabetic medications. So it's kind of set up to where it's just, you kind of handicap the actual patient with it. So that the idea of when a physician or when a patient comes in and they can actually have fun with it, say, oh, okay, I want to get, I want to sleep better, or, I want to get off of this substance, or I want to do this. It's just funny to see that these people are now taking control of their health, whereas they're, instead of just being drugged, driven down the whole medical pathway. So it's definitely unique and different, and I'm having one hell of a time with it.
What do you think is one of the best lessons you've learned practicing this way?
Again, I was taught this in my medical school, which was nice. It's treat the patient, not the lab. And it's amazing because when you really listen to a patient, I've been able, and again, I don't promote anything when it comes to cholesterol, when it comes to diabetes or any serious issues or whatever. But when you sit down and listen to a patient, you can help them with the health as kind of a side effect. But then if they want a better erection, okay, fine. Well, that does have to do with your, how your blood flows, how your vascularity is. You shouldn't be eating this. So you're kind of not tricking them in a way, but showing them if you want this kind of lifestyle, it's going to require this, which on the back end will help all the things that, if they're pre-diabetic, if they have, cholesterol issues, addicted to something, it's just kind of fun to see how a patient, when they kind of figure out, okay, this is my health. If I want this, it's going to sacrifice this. So it's just been a really fun road. Every patient's different. I just picked up a patient now. She's 90 years old. She was brought in because she was, actually her daughter brought her in. And my whole thing is I like to test a lot of things that physicians won't usually test, because the patients who come to me are involved with Mayo Clinic, they're involved with Cleveland Clinic and stuff. So they've had every basic test run for them 1,000 times. If they haven't been checked for mercury, they haven't been checked for candida, they haven't been checked for nutritional deficiencies. So we went through with this woman and we found she was severely anemic, which I was surprised she was. She also had mercury toxicity and extremely low testosterone. So just through fixing those, I just went down and saw her the other day. Her mood has changed. She's remembering things now. And her family has just seen this huge transition. And again, it was just basically giving her something that's going to make her feel more energetic and teaching her how to, okay, if you want to learn things, don't learn the same thing, learn different things. But just to sit there and have that opportunity to treat an Alzheimer's patient with a different type of modality and see actual results from it. I mean, that's why I love what I do, because it's different every day and it's a different symptom every day.
And you get results every day.
Yeah. It's cool. And again, like you see them right away, because I mean, like fixing your cholesterol is not fun, but making sure all of a sudden you have a full night's sleep, that's something that's going to impact the person, which then, I always say that the whole mind body connection. I mean, I think it's 100% correct that if you feel good, your body's going to actually function good as well, and vice versa mentally. So again, just to see those two things click together. And again, it's about giving the patient something that they're going to be like, wow, like they get that immediate feeling or that immediate result. It turns into that healthy addiction to where, okay, this is my body. I'm in it 24 hours a day. Why not make it a Ferrari, not a Pinto? So it's always kind of funny to see that when it finally clicks.
Yeah, I saw, I was kind of, I was stalking you on Facebook the other day before the interview happened. And,
I apologize for everything.
Oh yeah, I apologize in advance for what you saw on there. I actually saw a video of you, helping your mom, I believe. You were giving her an IV.
Oh yes. Yeah, my mom's a trooper. It was funny because I came out and, my brother is probably one of the smartest people I know. And he did not like at all what I did from the beginning. He didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
He didn't know what it was. And then after he saw what had happened with my parents, like how I put both my mom and my dad on the program, like the full big shebang, everything. My mom came off certain rice medications. My dad dropped some of his heart medications, and they lost weight. They were feeling better. And it was just funny to sit there and see, as a traditional physician who was starkly against it, kind of see that transition in something personal in their life. And it was funny because I went up last Christmas, and his wife kind of asked, "Can you maybe put us on a program?"
That's
so
funny.
It was just kind of unique to see.
That's cool. I didn't see that video. I've seen the shark diving and the concert watching and all the other crazy shit, but I haven't seen that.
The one thing about your mom was the look on her face. It was priceless. I was
she took that needle without anything. She's like, "Go for it." So, my mom is definitely my best friend. So, I mean, she's a rock star.
Oh, that's nice. It's pretty cool that they are all about what you do now too. I mean, that's true support. And do you find that there's pushback from the medical community, or are you kind of like a a rogue, doctor gone rogue or what?
No, I take great pride in it. And I tell everybody that I'm probably the most unique physician among physicians you will ever meet. Because, my whole thing is, I'm actually doing something called no bullshit medicine. The whole concept is you have to make your physician accountable for what it is. So, if someone prescribes cholesterol medication without a diet, I'm the first person to call bullshit on that. With the whole thing. So, I do get a lot of pushback. Why are you giving women testosterone? Why are you, prescribing things such as IGF-1 and these peptides and all that? And then when you boil it down to it, common sense medicine is the least practiced medicine out there. If a woman comes in, she's not happy, she's depressed, she can't lose the weight like she used to, she has zero libido, and her testosterone's in the shitter, and then a physician has an issue with replacing testosterone back to a normal level, not bodybuilder where it's going over, just a normal level, and they have an issue with it. To me, I think that's bad medicine, because that patient came to you asking for specific things, and just because some studies from 1920 say, women A, B, C, and D, it makes no sense to me. So, I prescribe more testosterone in women, and it's the most amazing thing to see, because it fixes half the things that they come in for, premenopause symptoms, issues with their husbands, libido, all that kind of stuff. And it's just a situation where I know when I have a new patient come in, I say, show this to your physician. I'll happily go over it with him if he wants to. I know he's going to tell you it's crazy and it's stupid, which I'd say 75% of the time it does. And I'll get in screaming matches with another physician happily. But once the patient actually goes in the program, it's pretty, irrefutable is where it is. But yeah, I'm currently right now, I'm probably not the most likable physician among the medical community, which I'm perfectly fine with.
Yeah.
As I said, which makes you completely badass.
So that leads into Dr. Terras' question that she asks everybody.
Everybody gets this question. Okay, but it has to be outside of what you do, because I already know that what you do is pretty awesome and badass.
You've already stalked his Facebook. Have you not seen him with the alligators in the cages and hunting sharks and jumping out of planes and all that other shit?
Most of the people that I ask this question to don't think that that's as badass as everyone else does. So I want to know what you think is the most badass thing you've ever done.
Oh, okay. Well, it's funny. So, every birthday, I was like, when I turned 30, I wanted to, like, my birthday, I have a little piece of paper that says 30, 31, 32, 33, and my backdrop is something interesting. So this year, I don't know if you, a Goliath grouper is a fish that's about a 300 to 500 pound fish, and it's catching it comes up to the surface. And I said, I want a picture in the water with one of those holding a sign that says number 34 on it. So we go down there. It was me, my girlfriend, a couple friends go down. I charter this boat. We go out and do it. It was great. It was fun. And then we get the idea to go spearfishing. And we're 70 miles out in about 150 feet of water around this kind of like light tower. So we're out there and we jump in the water, and it was like Jurassic Park. You literally jump in the water. There's thousands of fish, all about 40, 50 pounds swimming around you. So it's kind of like a smorgasbord.
Oh my gosh.
And we're doing that. My girlfriend had never spearfished like this before, and I actually hadn't either. So we jump in, and we have a couple of the professional captains, doing it. And I go in and I shoot my fish when we come back. And then we jump in, and like 10 minutes earlier, my girlfriend had been like, I think I saw a shark. And we're like, get the fuck out of here. You didn't see no shark. Come on now. You're just being paranoid. Okay, fine, whatever. So she goes out and she wants to go after a barracuda. And to spearfish a barracuda is not the smartest thing in the world, because that thing has teeth. So if you don't kill it, it's coming back at you and biting.
Oh my God.
But she had this in her mind that she wanted to do it, and she found, a 5.5-foot barracuda, which could
oh my God.
So we're going out there and we're following. I got the GoPro, like, the typical boyfriend tourist idiot, following her around, and she's swimming and she shoots it. And she had seen a picture of me when I went lobster fishing or lobster diving, where I had two lobsters under the water, and it was like, contrasted out. So it was kind of a cool picture. She wanted to do the exact same thing, but with her fish. So when you spear a fish, you have about 15 feet of line connected to a gun, connected to the fish. So she's holding it, and we're sitting there, and she shot it. Now, barracudas are probably the most tasty fish among fish in there because they're so slimy. So they're the best shark bait. So we're sitting there, and she's out there, she's trying to get this picture, and all of a sudden, like, we're about 50 yards from the boat, and that's a far away when you're swimming. And I'm sitting there, and I'm halfway, and she's about another 10, 15 yards from me. And my biggest fear is being in water that I can't see the bottom and somebody yell the word shark. It's not so much, give me a scuba suit, I'm fine. As long as I can be in the water and see it. I've done shark cage diving with great whites and all that stuff. But when I'm in a snorkel and I don't sink or I don't float too well, just because I don't have that much buoyancy on me. So I'm sitting there, I'm just like, what the fuck did he just say? And they're like, shark! So now I'm in the most terrifying moment of my life, okay? Because this is my biggest fear that just came to fruition. In the water, somebody yells shark, and I know some massive thing is coming up under the teeth. So what do? Do I swim back to the boat and be that guy like, come on, honey, get to the boat?
No.
So of course, I'm just like, well, I'm never going to hear the end of it. So I go over and I'm just like paddling as fast as I can to get her. Come on. I'm swimming. And every time I would sit there and say, come, a wave would roll over so she couldn't hear me. So she's just, in Jaja land trying to get this fish up, and there's this fucking shark coming after her. So I finally get to her. I'm like, we gotta go. And at that exact moment, the guy screams, it's a bull shark and it's hot. Meaning bull sharks are the number one most, aggressive shark in the world. And number two, it's hot means this thing is coming directly for you. So it's swimming at you to bite. So I'm just like, holy fuck. So we're just paddling back. We're going back. I'm like, come on. Actually, no, I'll give her credit. She sat there, and normally somebody would drop the spear gun. Get away, because that's what. Oh no, she's like, well, I didn't know how much it cost, so I didn't want to drop it. So now she's going to the boat with me. I don't understand that she's dragging the bait with her. So the shark ended up being 450 pounds. So this 450-pound monster is chasing us with her just swimming, like this little Puerto Rican beauty queen running. So we get to the boat. And I'm sitting there. I was like, I went to jump on. I was like, no, I'm going to be Mr. Chivalrous. I'm going to let her go on first. So I threw her up on the boat, and that thing literally turned. And there's a video that's amazing. Turned right at where we were and went down. So after that, we're on the boat. We have that adrenaline rush going, and then I'm just like, all right, let's make a story out of this. We now have the most tasty shark bait in the world. We have a shark that's hungry, so we dropped it in, and then I ended up catching that shark. About 15 minutes later. So it was really cool. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I was like sitting on the edge of my seat waiting, listening to the story.
Insane. I wish I could show it to you. But the thing is, we were 70 miles out. So if that shark had bit her anywhere, just because of how big its mouth was, it would have hit an artery and she would have died. Like there's no getting away from that. So she now, she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation until we got on the boat and we were looking at it, the shark and stuff. She's just like, then, the shakes started coming in and she's like, we need to get the shark break with us. So that was kind of one of my fun stories.
That's like a true survival story.
That's pretty badass.
It definitely gets you adrenaline up.
I will say, I almost think that that's probably the most badass story I've heard so far.
Well, I wear that as a badge of honor.
That's a badge of honor. We're going to put a special tag on this episode. Winner, badass story of the year.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Or we'll just tag you hashtag shark bait. That's all we're going to tag.
Oh my God.
Let it go.
Exactly, because she sure was.
Oh man, that's a great story. Well, thanks for sharing that.
The funny part is I know her and I can see her doing that in the water, carrying it with her, going, it's expensive, I don't want to get rid of it, and tagging the bait behind.
That's her exact words. I'll text you guys or email you guys the video so you can actually see it.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
It's amazing what our brains go through during times like that. Like, what do I do? Do I drop it? Do I keep it? It's expensive. Like everything goes through your brain. It's tremendous.
My brain says, fuck that. I don't care how much it costs. I'm paddling as fast as I can and I will stay in the water. I don't care. I'm out.
And you're like,
pushing me down, kicking me so I get bit first.
Exactly. That's over you on the boat. Easy ladder. Game over.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'd have been like, my husband's name is Steve. Steve, you better hurry up. Like, I'm coming to the boat.
Come on, darling. Come on, hurry.
Exactly.
Good luck out there.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
that's hilarious. Well, thank you. That was fun. Super fun.
Very cool. So how can our listeners find you if they want more information, they want to hire you? Because I know you do privates too. You travel around and can come to people, and we have an international listener base. So if they want to find you, hire you, how do they reach you?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. So everything is it's really private. They can go to www.lfstm.com. That stands for lifestyle medicine. So lfstm.com. My Instagram is Dr. Ivan Rusilko. That's where most of the craziness takes place. So, I mean, there's other ones, but that's the most important, I think. And then we are debuting this year, the No Bullshit Medicine, which is basically, I can kind of do lab testing, pretty much anywhere in the United States and in certain countries around the world, where it's kind of like a mail-in kit. And we're going to be collecting patients that way who can't either get to Miami or, are able to kind of get out of their box to get here. So it's going to be kind of a fun little thing we're starting up there.
Awesome. Very good. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. Definitely. I enjoyed it. Thank you for the question. I got to relive it again. I'm all like,
nice.
Now.
Nice.
All right.
You've been listening to Unpause Your Life with Dr. Callie Estes and
Dr. Tara Linsell.
enjoy your day, guys. Hey everyone, thanks again for listening. I really hope you enjoyed the show today. Head on over to iTunes and Apple Podcasts and leave a comment or review of what you think. Or contact us at 1-800-706-0318. If you want to be on our show, feel free to email or call. And if you have a topic, feel free to email or call as well.
Thanks for listening to Unpause Your Life. For show notes and more, head on over to unpauseyourlife.com.
Big shout out to recoveryinnovators.com for help producing this show. Thank you guys.
I took a walk down the long road where they said that I shouldn't go. On my way found a reason to wake up another day. But they needed to show you all the things that you won't do. Find faith or religion, but nothing to show for it. No need to escape in love with my pain. I may be awake, but I'm alive, still alive, and I won't be bound by your mistake. No, I won't be your enemy, trapped at the gate. Bring me to life, put me to death. Just give me something that's just not so hard to believe. To believe. To believe. I took a walk down the dark road where they said that I shouldn't go. I knew the dangers of flying. Now I'm so far from solid ground. But they need